Lenore.
Tell Patty Lenore. Tell people about your hours later.
And what the process is here.
Well, the the registration forms come in, and we
The petitions.
the petitions come in, and then we try to figure out whether or not they're valid. And then there are many people who live in Menlo Park. We're finding out hundreds of newcomers to Menlo Park have never registered to vote, and we are registering them. So what we were trying to do is identify those who still need to be registered. So we have a lot, just an incredible outpouring of support from the community, and it turns out it's from every single neighborhood, from out on Hamilton and Bellhaven all the way up to Sand Hill Circle, every single neighborhood. It's not the usual suspects. We have an incredible number of new people who come to Menlo Park who are eager to protect the quality of life that they came here for. There are people who have been volunteering with us, who've never ever been involved in city politics of any sort. So it's been a really interesting process because they're very excited to be part of democracy and to have their voice heard through this initiative process. So we have, this is hot off the press because they were still coming in this morning. We were just handed another one just now. We have about 620 different petitions. We know that there were around 3,000 signatures. We had to eliminate some who don't live within the city limits of Menlo Park, but we have way more than we need as the minimum to qualify for the ballot. So we're quite confident that when the city clerk and then the county do their sampling, that they will find more than enough to qualify for putting it on the ballot in November if the council doesn't decide to adopt it, which we hope they do.
So I can talk a little bit. So that's Patty Fry, and she and I'm Mike Lanza, are the two signers of the initiative when we submitted to the city clerk a couple months ago now. I'm one of those who's never been involved in city politics. And as it turns out, I kind of got interested in this, excited about it. I was one of the first people to collect signatures at Farmers Market the first week, and I hated it, and I wanted to get out of there, and I started to enjoy it more and more. Why did I enjoy it? Because you're really talking to the people who live here. You're finding out what their concerns are, what their needs are. And also, frankly, we're a popular cause. We get a lot of support. We get a lot of people coming up to us, giving us thumbs up, saying, I already signed. They want to ask how we're doing, how many signatures do we have. This is unbelievable to me. Maybe those of you who have been involved in things like this will think differently, but unbelievable to me that at the end, we kept increasing. Our momentum kept increasing. One reason why Patty is so overloaded with verification of signatures is because more and more and more came in. And by the way, some of you know that we hired paid signature gatherers. They did a good job for us. We have a very good relationship with them. As it turns out, even if you subtract away, we're pretty sure, if you subtract away the number that they collected, just volunteers collected enough to get on the ballot. But the volunteer effort was really amazing. Also, people who wanted to put signs in front of their yards. We have over 100 signs and lawns throughout Menlo Park. We have people coming up to us and saying, "How can we help?" We have how many donors? I think we have
over 70 donors.
Over 70 donors, over 80 volunteers, and the enthusiasm is just increasing. Doesn't mean we're done. This is May. We have, we think, another important date in November. But we've got a lot of fighters here. By the way, we've got a lot of good chemistry among the people. We got more.
This wasn't scripted, I tell you.
It literally, honestly, is coming in faster and more plentiful as time goes on. And by the way, I just gave Patty a sheet, and she rejected a couple of the signatures. So we're very tight on our verification procedures. We're sure that we have enough verified signatures to go on the ballot. And Lenore has been instrumental in working with our volunteer network, getting signs out, and just like to get her perspective on what this experience has been like and what you're hearing from voters and people out there.
I'm fairly new to the city, and I came in about 2005, and I have family here, so I had an investment in the city when I showed up. But as I've gotten to know people and explored it as a beautiful physical space, I can see why people want to live here. And I want to live here too, and I'm very happy and proud to be here. But I would like to see our city be a model for the country on how development can be integrated and consistent with the kind of lives that we are trying to perpetuate and develop. And our city council has not always paid attention to the values that are expressed in the specific plan. And the specific plan says, among 12 things, that development must pay attention to the nature of our neighborhoods, to the people who live here, to the type of neighborhoods we have. And that has been a critical issue, I think, in our paying attention and gathering all of you in to go out and gather signatures. And now today, as I stand here, there are people I had never met before, but now I feel very connected to. And I think that's one of the great values of having this initiative. Yes, we are concerned about traffic. Everybody is concerned about traffic, because traffic affects how we walk the streets, how we ride our bikes, how we cross over places, how we deal with our level of frustration, how we make decisions about, am I going to really stay here if this gets worse? And so all of us are trying to help to make balanced development. And I'm really very pleased and proud to know you and all of you and to be a part of it.
Every single one of our volunteers worked very hard in different capacities. And I would like to emphasize that the common message is not that this is not no growth. This is not at all. There is a high degree of desire to revitalize Menlo Park. And there was a lot of strength and confidence and hope that's embodied in the specific plan and the vision that was created over a multi-year process. But people are frankly shocked at what's coming forward right now. They did not expect that and did not want that our downtown would become a very urbanized setting with very big high-rise office buildings. That wasn't what they were looking for. They were looking for balanced development, the kinds of stores that support our families so we don't have to drive to another community. Transit-oriented housing to kind of resolve the jobs housing imbalance that our city has been had a lawsuit about. The hotel that would help fill our city coffers and not us taxpayers. There were things that were expected and that we're hoping for. Some of us would love more senior housing so we can stay here as our years go by. But that isn't what's coming forward. The very sites where some of those things were discussed during the specific plan process are coming forward with very large office buildings and different kinds of development that don't create the balance and the kind of quality of life that we expect and hope that will come from this. So we're still optimistic that our council will make the decision to adopt the initiative's provisions and save the money and aggravation in a sense of having to go to the ballot in November. They have that choice to do this summer. But we know that we have a very strong community movement. We have a lot of new voters. And they will speak if they need to this fall.